Good day, Parallel fam. Vynchi here of One Turn Tilt. Today, I'm bringing you another episode of the weekly V.R.A.P, the Vindicated recap across Parallel. Your weekly resource and recap of anything that's happening across the Parallel ecosystem and community, as well as vindicated information on any upcoming news and events. First up, we have Wayfinder missions. Prompt token are up for grabs for our community and wallet missions. Don't forget to do these missions. We also have 0.25% of prompt allocated for Crypto AI yappers, having at least 100 yaps by April 13. So don't forget to yap as well. Wayfinder has also partnered with Kaito AI and recently won the votes for the pre-TGE token launch to be added to Kaito. We also have the upcoming snapshot of the avatar badge multiplier for those that cash their prime for prompt. So don't forget to cash your prime as well. Last March 25th was the start of the regional mobile launch of Parallel TCG. You can now download Parallel and play in your mobile phones if you're in the Philippines. So download now. We also have our Parallel giveaways. We have a monitor up for grabs, so submit your entries now. All relevant links will be in the video description below. We also had a discussion and Q&A on QFlux's channel together with Fitch and Veen of Parallel Studios, consisting of various alpha and information as well as the team answering questions from the community. Some notable ones are the upcoming 0.65 patch, which focuses on the mobile UI UX overhaul and card balance discussions on the TCG. So head on to QFlux channel to watch it. We also have our playoff participants on the first Parallel Prime League Open of Season 2. These 16 players will battle it out for the 10,000 US dollar prize pool. This will be happening this weekend, so you don't want to miss it. This weekend will also be Fino's birthday, and he will be playing in the top 16. Happy birthday, bro. Now, we move on to the meta discussion. Shout out to Parallel Stats, as this is where I got my data. Disclaimer that this discussion is more of my personal take and opinion of the meta in general and not gaming advice in any way. I'll be going through the most used paragons per parallel and the general idea of each deck. Deck codes will be provided in the description as general guidelines, which is also from Parallel Stats. First up is Kathy with a 22% play rate. Early game is very strong due to the 1-2 punch of Machinist to Bloodhound combo. Then the usual Bannerman plus cheap spell combo works as well. We also have the V.R.A.P and Memento combos, as well as the board clear swing cards with Volley and Cendrillon. Next is CP with a 19% play rate. CP deck has a solid curve with turn 1 Striker, turn 2 Relic into turn 3 Magna. When you have it, it's very hard to beat. Then, board refill with Triumph of Europa on turn 5. This is considered the best and possibly the only Swarm deck. Next is Nehemiah with an 11% play rate. Nehemiah has a strong mid game where it utilizes the allocated provisions engine. Good synergy of cards with the Terra Glider as the high roll main weapon. It also has one of the strongest single legendary card which is almost unkillable, the Terra Mech Shield Titan. Next up is Workshop with a 9% play rate. Also a strong mid game with assembly mechanic as its bread and butter. You can also cheat out strong units with Upcycled to bring out Sesmir or Tetsu, and also have late game board control as well with AOP. Lastly, for Shroud, we have Neve with a 7% play rate. This is low probably because Shroud is most likely the faction with the most playable 3 paragons. Neve is considered one of the most flexible decks, but harder to pilot. Board clear with Dominion, Banish, Adira and Malia swings, and Neve high roll potential when cast. Now, moving on to the community updates. First, we have Lambi cooking a Shoshana deck. He was able to play the deck for a crazy 24 hours and find the deck promising, getting 100% win rate versus Neve and losing only once to Cathy. Quoting from him, you essentially have 6 Terra Gliders due to Acolyte of Shoshana. Next up, we have a meta report video by Ali. It has a very informative discussion of the current meta decks, so go check it out. Next up, of course, we have the Tilt crew, who qualified for the first Prime League Open playoffs. We have Pensuken, Dual Note, and Reizu going for the win. Lastly, we have the J Crew giveaways, so make sure to follow J Crew to participate. Now, we move on to what to expect on the upcoming weeks. We have the 0.65 version of the TCG in April, Wayfinder's Prompt TGE in a few days, Parallel Colony Alpha playtests, and Parallel League playoffs this weekend with bonus 1000 Prime care of Parallel IREP. Kalos focus shift on Prime Syncs, continues mobile launch on other regions than global launch, and the next upcoming expansion of the TCG called Deception. That's all for this episode of our weekly V.R.A.P. See you on the next one.